right now. I had some things recently come up. Like, family is always pushing me to quit YouTube for some odd reason. They never support me on YouTube. Um, I guess it's because they just think that it's just a hobby, and they say nothing's ever gonna happen. Nothing ever is gonna go on YouTube. You're just wasting your time. You need to get a job and go back into society. And, it's not that I don't want to work, it's just that I don't want to put into the system. The systematic system where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. You know what I mean? Where you slave for a corporation, the business owner makes 300%, while you always get kept at a very low rate. Your wealth doesn't go up. You get stuck at the same amount. And what happens is when the price and inflation goes up, well, let me just explain it deeper. It's kind of like an ant farm, basically, the system. And you got one queen that sits there and does nothing and just collects everything while the other ones work and slave. I do not support systematic slavery with benefits. I That's why I tried doing YouTube. But for some odd reason this algorithm hates the living shit out of me. It really hates the hell out of me. I seem to be doing better on TikTok. And TikTok is just like young people, and I'm like in my late 30s and shit, and I'm still keeping up on there, and I'm doing pretty damn well. I'll get like 250 views per video. A couple of them have been in the thousands, and then Instagram Reels, I got 5 to 6,000. I got 6,000 views on my cows. What is the difference here? It's just like, algorithm on this just can't stand me for some odd reason. It's not like I'm a creepy pedophile or, a creep show, I'm a pretty decent person once you get to know me. There's a reason why I do what I do like this. I just feel comfortable, long hair and beard, it's just cozy. It's who I am. I shouldn't have to explain to people that just don't get what I'm about. I'm I'm not part of their system, and it infuriates them that I'm not. You don't get what I'm about because I'm different. I'm not the YouTuber that's gonna be sprouting, the same bullshit like most of them. There's some people like my buddy Leah Anderson on here that do fantastic work. They're doing the van life and travel, which is great. More power to them. When my friends succeed, I am very happy for them because it means that they broke free from the system, and that is the greatest thing you could wish upon someone is them being 100% free from all the systematic slavery most people are put through. It's like, you know, it's like with a, a, a dog, in a sense. Domestication, pretty much. With the wolves became domesticated because humans were throwing them their scraps. It's kind of like that, except we're the dogs, and the corporations are like the cavemen, basically. They pretty much are cavemen. They're stuck in the damn 50s. The philosophy. They try to cut corners and treat their employees like dog shit. They won't give them benefits. They won't give them decent raises. When a company goes up in value, they always keep the employees low to the ground, and they only give them like a 50-cent raise every once in a while to make them feel appreciated. But in the long run, the business owner is the one that's raking it all in, and just you know it's if you follow the money trail, you'll know what I'm saying. It's sick, the way that these billionaires like Bezos and Gates, treat employees like little drones, like little ants. They the drones go out and get all the food, they do all the work, and then the main figure treats all the others like slaves. If I had my own business, I would treat every single individual employee like family, and I would give them freedom, healthcare, and vacations. I would be a fair, just boss, and not like how it is nowadays in society, where people. Hello, nice to see you too. You just build on me. Well, thank you for coming by here, whoever you were. Thank you. Yeah, it's like I'm old school, man. What do you expect me to have, like a giant CGI Triceratops and T Rex battling behind me or something? I'm just a man. I come from a generation where it was straight in your damn face. It wasn't all about all these graphics and glitter and glam and all that dog shit and that's infested this website. Yeah, I know that some people enjoy that stuff, but it's just cheesy as fuck. I put not for kids so that way I could actually swear. Because I know on this website they get all bitchy about that. Who the hell allows a 13 or 8-year old on the internet? There's too many goddamn predators. You don't want your kids on the internet. There might be some creepy Epstein style guy trying to lure them in with fake pictures and shit. It's just disgusting, you know? Don't let your kids on the internet, and when you do, supervise them. It's better to be a little overprotective than to not be protective at all. Society and social media is a dangerous place. It's very bad for kids to go into social media. And I'll break this down and explain for you. Is because of predators that are on the internet, and parents can't give their kids in that kind of situation because there's. You look at this Maxwell Epstein shit that's going on right now. Why is there no coverage? Because the people that are in it are actually like politicians and celebrities, Hollywood. Those are going to be exposed and they don't want people to know about it. Kind of weird how the Omicron virus just got released right around when the well the Epstein case is going on. It's crazy. It's what it is a smoke deterrent, to keep your mind off of it. And there's no news coverage because you know who was on Epstein's no fly list. People like Anderson Cooper, Oprah, the Clintons. I can't say anything about the Clintons. You get freaking Clintoned. I can't say anymore because the Clintons are insane. Yeah. I can't say any more about the Epstein stuff because, it's not on the news media because we all know why. And it's some dark stuff. Very dark stuff. They said it was too dark to even be televised because of how sick it was. The things they were doing, on that island. I heard a interview from Biden talking about how kids were in the pool and they were feeling his leg. You know who has a pool? Epstein. You look at the helicopter footage, you'll see a pool on Epstein Island. And why would there just be a politician in a pool with a bunch of kids? That makes absolutely no sense unless if he was on Epstein Island. And that's probably why they don't want to televise it, because his name's probably on the fly charter list. Look into it, follow the trail. You'll see a bunch of disturbing things. Very, 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 very disturbing things. But anywho, that's what I wanted to say about that. As far as other things as YouTube, it's just, um, well, thank you for staying around for a while and watching me. I see you out there, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. Uh, if you want to, you can check out my other videos. I got a lot of videos. I do occasional art. I have animals. I have vintage cars. A whole lot of stuff. If you want to, subscribe. If not, hey, I understand. You don't want to get an extreme amount of notifications because I'm very busy. I'm not like your average YouTuber that takes off and just releases only like once or twice in a week. I'm here every single day making sure I release material for you fine folks out there, and I make sure that I'm always on it. Um, oh, you want to hear some more updates? I'll talk to you about it. Next month, that's coming up, around Christmas, I'm releasing another music video. So keep an eye out for that. It's we hired a model. I paid like several grand in stage props. I got my classic car in there, and it's my second music video in my comeback in my music stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. As far as shows go, um, Frozen by Fire, the band I'm in, is just a at the point right now we're just a studio band. I'm sure Joblin would love to be doing shows, but even if we could, certain places are acting weird about the whole COVID thing. They're like totally flipping out for no reason, because you know what they say about the variants. They say that the COVID variants now are less potent every time it mutates. So the COVID stuff, when it's mutating, it's less than it was before. Hello, welcome to my page. How are you? Um, Thank you for joining me. Goodbye. Have a good time. I'll be here when you get back. I will be here when you get back. I ain't going anywhere. I'm gonna be here. But thank you for dropping by. Yeah. So I'm not gonna be the guy that pushes vaccines. I'm not gonna be one of those people that say go get the COVID vaccine. If you don't, you're gonna die. Be like that guy from The Exorcist, the preacher that bangs on the door. You're gonna die in there. I'm just saying. Well, basically, don't worry so much. This crap is gonna fly over quick. It just seems like a long time, but remember, we're getting closer and closer every day to the end of this crap. You know, I can't wait till I can fricking go to a grocery store and stop seeing all these terror ads put in place by big pharmaceutical trying to get you to buy all this crap. You know, everyone knows it's man-made by now. Only a fricking idiot would think that it came from the wet market. Only a moron, because Fauci already said that there was the gain of function, so that's what it was. The gain of function was the Wuhan lab, funded by World Health Organization, but I can't get too deep into that. I don't want to get too deep into it and explain it completely, because that's just how they clean people. Anywho. Yes, indeed. I'm just relaxed. I'm very, very relaxed. It's just how I am, a laid back person. They say to me, Ricky, why don't you have all these people in your video? Maybe you should give away a Ferrari, give away a car. Oh, I don't have enough money coming into my channel to do that. I would love to help people out, you know. I would love to do like what Mr. Beast does, you know, where he helps people out that need it, you know. But I would actually go to places and research the people I put in there. I wouldn't just say, "Hey, you want a free house?" and then the person already has a house. You know, it's just greed. I don't like greed. What I would do is I would actually look for someone that's hurting and help them get into a house or buy them a turkey or something like that, you know? That kind of stuff. Things that actually help. Not freaking Lamborghinis and shit. I know that's what makes people look at it, but you know, in the long run, you're left with the registration fees and taxes on that, you know? That's a freaking nightmare. So, yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna make this a 20-minute video, and because you people out there actually are watching these long videos for some odd reason. Is it because I'm very entertaining? Is it because I'm very entertaining for you out here? Yes, it must be that. I am a very entertaining man. Well, 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 at least some do. Some think. Um, you know, nothing here is scripted. You know, everything is real life. It's not me writing things down. There's no green screen of me riding a brontosaurus around with Star Wars candles in the background or any bullcrap like that. It's just real in your face the way it used to be. You know, when I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s before, you know, social media became like completely household thing. I remember when social media was starting, it was kind of just like people were sending emails back and forth to people across the states and country. That was like the late 90s, early 2000s. You know, the best damn place was freaking MySpace. I can't believe that's no longer existence, and that commie bastard is the one that's in control of everything. You know, I hate Facebook. I can't stand the living hell out of Facebook. It's just like communist central. You know, there's no free speech. They muffle everything that you say and do. Communism has no place in America or anywhere else. No form of dictatorship should be allowed over any other human being. Because you only got one life and you shouldn't be dictated by another human being. Another human being shouldn't have enough power to tell you how to live your life completely. You know, boss you around and make you like their little drone. Well, apparently there's been a couple people that clicked on and off, but there's one person hanging around. And I thank you for hanging around. Because that's awesome. That is awesome! You know? It's like, I'm being real with you, you know? People don't like real nowadays. They like scripts, false pretexts, and this reality that's fabricated, you know? They like reality TV, but they like reality TV that's like scripted, you know? It's not reality, it's just a script. If there's a script behind it, it's not real. It's just dog shit, you know. But anywho, I'm glad some people out there understand what I'm trying to do. You know, I'm not trying to be anyone else on here. I'm trying to be 100% original. I'm not trying to copy the dodo. I'm not trying to copy Mr. Beast or anything like that. It's just me. You know, nothing is script here. It is all 100% me. And that's what you should do here on YouTube. Be you. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do anything here on this website. Just be yourself. And If they don't like it, fuck them. That's what I say. Fuck them. Just be yourself. I put this to be a uncensored chat because freedom of speech is one thing that we should all have in life. There shouldn't be like a dictatorship telling you what you can and can't say because that's just not right. Freedom is about being able to live your life to the fullest and not have someone become like some complete jackass about it. Hey, someone else is here. Hello. How are you? Anywho, yeah. And it shouldn't be just for Americans, too. Freedom of speech should be worldwide. Life, there's only one chance to really, live life. And people shouldn't be dictated, and bossed around by some dickhead in a suit. Politicians are trash. No matter what it is. Either it's Republican or Democrat, Libertarian or Independent, it's still some other guy barking his rules down your throat. Some things like are just give sake. Like murder someone, of course you should go to jail, but certain rules like what you cannot say, what you cannot own, you know, that's that's just a dictatorship. Common sense, law and order should be still a thing, but uh, dictatorships of politicians telling you how to live your life, it shouldn't be that way because it's just you know crap. And that's what I've always said. It's just pure crap. Now, if a politician would actually be helping the people, like addressing social issues such as poverty, alcoholism, mental health, and things like that, that would actually be a decent politician. But, folks, there hasn't been a decent politician since John F. Kennedy. Though Ronald Reagan was decent, yeah, I think that was the last one, Ronnie Reagan. But the last Democrat was actually John F. Kennedy. That was the decent one, and they had him freaking killed. It's actually deeper than you think. There was a um, Kennedy wanted to leak a lot of facts, and also Kennedy was for he wanted to end segregation too. So he I think he actually was killed by the FBI, but the file will never be released. Certain things about the Kennedy case will never be released because it's going to prove something that people in the government don't want to be out because there's still people that were alive during the Kennedy administration and during the time of John F. Kennedy, so they do not want that out at all. It's like the Epstein case. They don't want any of that shit out. All the information behind that, all the people that did what they did, they don't want that out because if it's out, it will probably shatter a lot of people in media. And more power to the people that are going to get shattered because it deserves to be shattered. Kids should live their lives not having to worry about creeps and pedophiles and rapists and you know people like that. Kids should be in a place where it's like safe to grow up. What kind of society do we live in where the people that some of these kids look up to are just pure trash, just sickos. And you know, hopefully justice prevails and they don't try to cover it up like they've done so many times in when it involves politicians. Politicians always get a free pass on everything. You know, like with the Marilyn Monroe case where they said she committed suicide, but here's the thing about Marilyn Monroe: she was gonna go public about her affair with Bobby and John F. Kennedy. So you know what happened. It was a hit. It was a hit, and they made it look like a suicide. But I think the people that are involved in it are already dead. I don't know if Bobby Kennedy's still alive. I think he was shot too. You know, Bobby, John, they were all shot. I think I'll have to look into that deeper. But you know what I say about that? That's just pure karma, man. Karma bites them in the ass, and they deserved it after what they did to that poor chick. You know, but they'll have to answer in the afterlife. That's for sure. Hello, everyone. Glad you can join me. Welcome to my page. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm not going to say, well, if you want to, you can hit the notification bell. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to be one of those douchebags that are like on here that say, whoa, wow, hit the notification bell and you'll get all my updates, you know? There's always that one guy that just, you know, you're like, oh God, please stop, you know, please, for the love of God, you have more cheese than Wisconsin, you know. Yeah. Anywho, how do you folks doing? How was your Thanksgiving, folks? Mine was pretty eventful, I say none the least. Oh, I got a new video for you folks out there. I will be showing off my 49 Chevy chassis. I've got a 1949, just picked it up recently, and then I picked up an engine to a two, it's a 216 engine. It goes in a 49. Do you folks want to go outside with me for a second? Okay, folks. Oh my God. I am getting too old for this shit. Oh, fucking hell. All right. So, there is my baby. I'm working on her. I picked this up recently. It is some, well, it's a rear hood to a 50 Chevy, and I got this right here. I'm gonna sell those for like $50. It is hood hinges to a 1950 Chevy. I can get $50 off that. Someone left. That sucks. Yeah, that right there. But they hung out for a while, so thank you for hanging out with me. Um, there she is. I know it's pitch black out here. You know, I can't help it. All right. This one you could probably see better over here. Let me go right here. This is my Ford Model T. She's from the 1920s. I hand built her from a frame. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. You know, you get to figure out exactly what you put into it. It fits your specifications of what you want. This one is the rare two. Well, it was only for a few months they had this one available because of these headlights. They were still designing the bar that went across it that was 2627. So this one is only a few months only model. Yeah. There we go. I have a lot to do on that. But it's going to be fun. It's fun. You know how you make it funner? You think of it as a puzzle. Let me go back inside. It's like 47 damn degrees out here, and it's a pain in the damn ass. I have an electric fireplace, so it like gets really hot where I'm at. Oh God! So I have to balance stuff out. I have to balance a lot of stuff out. Like, well, I turn on the air conditioner and then I turn on the heater at the same time because of, well, you know that time of the year in fall when it gets like extremely hot and just like gets extremely cold at night, and then you're like just sitting there like you wake up if you're like a night owl like me, you go to bed at like 2 in the morning, you know, and when you go to bed at 2 in the morning, it gets cold in your house. So you have to have your space heater on, and you have the air conditioner on, and by the time of the morning time comes, you're already sweating your ass off. Yeah, sure, you can go to bed early, but what if you hate your neighbors? What if your neighbors piss you the fuck off? You know, what if they just aggravate the living shit out of you? Of course, you don't want to be awake when they're awake, because you could have a damn headache hearing them rev their damn Harley engines and play their shitty, overplayed classic rock music. You know, not even the good shit. You know, it's not even like fucking Sabbath or Venom or you know stuff like that. It's just like some douchebag music. You know, crap, crap rock, or I think I call it wuss rock. Yeah, wuss rock. Yeah, you know how I keep track of things on the Model T. This, this is my digital. Actually, there we go. That's how I keep track of time when I'm in the T. There is nothing in there but original stuff. I want to make an old RV, a really old RV. I'm talking Depression era, like not like Depression emo. I'm talking like Depression, like the Great Depression, the 30s and 20s and stuff like that. The cool stuff, the really cool shit. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Let me see here. Anyhow. Oh, some people never seen this before. This is my skull. It is real. You know how much I paid for the damn thing? I paid like $500 for it. And you ask me why? Because it's a skull. It's fucking cool, man. You know? It's awesome. I, I, I may have gotten older, but I've never given up the goth lifestyle, you know? It's the blackness that lives in the heart. you don't need to you don't need to wear black to be goth. It's all a mindset, you know. It's just the posers that seem to think that you need to be wearing everything like that to be considered goth. Take my this one's damn it. There we go. I was at my grandpa's later on today. I did it because, well, I don't see my grandpa that much. I don't have my driver's license yet. And you know what the screwed up thing is? I have 6 cars and no driver's license. You may say, why? Why do you not have a driver's license, Ricky? You're like 37. Well, I did have it at one point. Let me tell you a story. I was once a roadie at one point, and I worked a lot, and I didn't get paid a lot either. I got paid shitty. I I was sleeping on couches, and I was getting food stamps, and it was a pain in the ass. And the stress caught up to me, and I started having panic attacks. My license had to be renewed, and I couldn't sit in a place for too long without throwing up because I had such bad anxiety problems from that time period about always worrying about where I was going to stay. Was the money going to disappear? Things like a normal person would worry about. Back then, I wasn't even doing YouTube. And, I've been on here for almost 2.5 years. And shit hasn't really taken off yet. I I hope it does this year. That would be fantastic if it took off this year because I can. If I actually became monetized, I would actually use my money for good. I wouldn't be one of these narcissistic assholes on here with flashing all the money from things they buy. There's some YouTubers, the ones I'm talking about on here. They're so arrogant. They just like shove it in your face. I want to show people that they can do whatever their heart and mind and soul is set to. Don't ever let anyone say you can't do anything. You can do anything your mind wants to. It's just you gotta do it. There's always a way. Sometimes it's actually hard, but you just can't give up. If you have a passion for something, go and do it. You want to be a mechanic, you want to be an artist, do it to the fullest extent of your heart, man. Just go out there and do it. And don't let anyone ever tell you you can't do it. The only reason someone would tell you that is because they have self doubts themselves. And you got to rise above that. You can't let people dictate what you do, make you feel down. You know, if there's anything bothering you at all, just come on my YouTube, send me a message, and I'll talk to you. I'm always willing to lend an ear. You're not alone. There's always a friend here. I'm a friendly person when it comes to people. I don't like seeing people going through tough times. It's I understand because I've been there, and it's not fun at all. Oh, yeah. Reason why my camera's shaking is because I'm holding the phone with my other hand. I don't have a fancy phone. I don't have sponsors. I don't have any of that red carpet YouTube bullshit that all these, big Harley riding YouTubers do. Even if I did somehow became like one of these big YouTubers, I would actually still stick to the 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 home style stuff, being down to earth. I like that. Because I'm just an average person. Some of these people just let the YouTube go to their head. They they started it with pure intentions, just to have some fun, and then they're just like turning their fan base into a freaking piggy bank. They're barking at them and saying, "You better buy my shirt. Buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that." You know, don't the ads alone pay for your stuff? You got millions and millions and millions of subscribers, but yet you want more and more and more. Greed is a cancer, man. You know, don't give in to it. As long as you're living well, you've got food in your stomach, a roof above your head, and you have good health. That's all that really matters. People lose touch with reality, and they seem to think that the world is just all about pure material possessions and things. All these nasty plastic bumper cars and all this high crap gadget shit. You know, I tell people this all the time. The further you go back in time, the easier it is to fix things, actually. You know, when a radio short circuits, it's usually a fuse. When old cars go down, there's no computers to dilate. Sometimes you can even interlock a transmission into a block. It's just simple. That's the best route people can take is buy old, quality craftsmanship, and the beauty in it. Have you ever took a look at the way things are looking now? It's all bland. There's no pride. It's mass produced. It's gross. And when you look at the older stuff like old furniture, carved woodwork, hell, even Picasso's work is even better than the bullshit we have nowadays. Splatter art. Some people say that art is supposed to be in the eye of the beholder, but I just see people like getting like paint and they're throwing it on the thing and they're putting no thought into it and then selling it for millions of dollars. The greats like Rembrandt, Picasso, Van Gogh, all those ones were the ones that are the ones that should be appreciated. Not just some little hack that's high on LSD throwing shit at the wall because he's trying to get the bugs off his skin. You know? I'm so glad that you folks enjoy these videos. I'm going to soldier on and I'm going to try and do more stuff for you folks. Because I know you like hanging out with me. I guess it's because I'm fun? I don't know. I guess so. But anywho, yeah, hopefully I have more adventures. Once I get my car going, I can have adventures, but I'm kind of scared to go on the road because, of my past events, the anxiety disorders, being alone. I might have to drive in a car with someone, then I might be able to do it. But I'll try and maybe I could have a uh, a car. mm, eh, Yeah, I could have the one of the vehicles built like an RV. That would be fun. That'd be good for me. Well, anywho, um, I'm so glad you folks joined me. I'm gonna sit down because this is troublesome standing up all night like this. But anywho, where's Egg Staff? Oh, you want to know about Egg Staff? Egg Staff is in Arizona right now. He is in Arizona. So, not Arizona, outside of Salt Lake. That's where he's at right now. Um, so if you want to see Egg Staff, go up to Utah. He's up there with his wife. Uh, so yeah, they have a kid and all that other stuff. I'm very happy for John. He's a good man. I've known him I've known him since he was a teenager. Yeah. I live in Texas now. I don't live in Vegas. I left in 2014. I guess you could say I left before Lake Mead dried up. Lake Mead has gotten out of control. The water is just like all the way down. Yes, Joy Akestaff. She's up there with him, and they have a new kid. Well, they have one, but they're still young. So I'm thinking eventually John's gonna have more kids. I still don't have any kids. I only have my cars. They're expensive and they make me cry and bleed. I think I'm gonna lose a fingernail. Look at that. That's a shiner right there. I smashed my finger between an engine block, and it was brutal. It felt like getting my hand like squeezed between like a, a crusher. I wish Egg Stuff would come out here. That would be cool. I miss him. We go back a very long time. You know, he used to have like this really long hair. I remember one time we did the corpse paint for Halloween, and we went down the strip, and then they were like, "Oh, look, it's a Dimmuborg here." We're like, "Oh." Eggstaff was like, "No, no, no." But the guys in Dimmuborg are actually very nice people. I've chatted with a couple of them. They're very nice people. I only have positive messages and things to say about Dimmuborg here. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm trying this whole this whole YouTube thing. Hopefully it works for me, you know, because I would go absolutely insane being around, you know, like yuppies and things like that. You know, I'm not into the, you know, I became antisocial because, you know, I just basically got tired of all the bullshit I was dealing with, you know, underpaid, underappreciated by bosses and things like that, you know. You get treated like a dog in those kind of places. But anywho, I got this from my grandma. She made me a keychain. Yeah. Um, I started, I'm back in music again, you know. I'm kind of learning how to do bass better, but you know, I haven't touched my bass in a while. I know when my friend comes by, I have to learn how to do it again. I just I don't have motivation. I know, or I'm just too tired from working on the vehicles. You know, I have 6 cars now. That's funny because you know, and when I lived in Vegas, I had nothing. You know, and now I have all these cars, but I don't have a driver's license because I live in dumb fuck Egypt. I live basically in the middle of nowhere. It's like 20 miles to like the DMV, and like there's like no buses. But I have a shitload of food. You know, I got cabinets full. I'm literally like giving away food, and you know, I bought my family like Thanksgiving dinner because you know they didn't have anything, so I had to help. You know, that's the what you gotta do. You gotta help family out and friends. I think the only friend I actually made out here since I've been here was this one guy named Victor. He always supplies me with the coolest shit. You know, I got parts from like 50s Bel Airs. You know, I got parts to like Chevy trucks. You know, I finally got a classic car. You know, I'm almost getting the Model T going. I hand built a lot of stuff. These hands have saved so many cars from crushers. And yeah, after this reaches a little bit of an hour, I'm gonna take a break. My throat is killing me, you know, chatting for long periods. I've learned that when I don't chat for long periods, my throat actually heals and gets better. But not talking every once in a while is actually worse for you. You gotta get the. I had laryngitis for months because I wasn't allowed to rest my throat, you know, because I had to answer so many emails and, you know, all this stuff. It comes with the territory of being a YouTuber and, you know, being on TikTok. Yes, I am on TikTok, but I don't sing, I don't dance, and I don't do any of that, you know, like ridiculous lip singing like Dr. Roxo and, you know, thrusting and, you know, none of that shit at all. You know, if they wanna look ridiculous, let them look ridiculous. I ain't gonna do it. That's for damn sure. Uh, um. Oh yeah, I haven't drank in a long time. You know, I figured out that you know it wasn't helping me. You know, egg staffing me when we were younger. We used to just get really like messed up. You know, like to the point to where I remember one of my friends, he got so hammered we had to push him home in a shopping cart. It was Daniel DeMarsh. You know the little. Some of you people will know him if you're in Vegas. He's a little Filipino kid. Well, yeah, he went into the army, and we used to just terrorize the neighborhood when we were younger. But you know that was just how it was when you're just turning 21. But you know, as I got older, I realized I didn't really need alcohol to have fun. You know, it's just you learn as you get older. When you're young and dumb, you just never really you don't learn your lesson until you're later on in life. You know, and heck, I look the same as I did in you know when I stopped all that partying and stuff like that when I was a while back, I started actually looking like I did in 2005, you know? I am 37 years old now. I am almost gonna be 40 soon. That is pretty freaking scary, you know? Half my life is over and I still look like a freaking, and I'm in my 20s. I guess I'll just, look like a Dracula when I'm getting older. I do have white hair in some areas, but it's still just pretty much the same Ricky you would know in Las Vegas. Not much of my personality has changed. I'm still the same person. Just I don't drink anymore. I've been, you know, I turned from drinking into I just love freaking green tea. It helps with inflammation and stuff like that. You know, the best kind is the Japanese machete green tea, or you know, let me see. Uh, you gotta be in the mood for hibiscus. You know that one. But thank you for coming by and spending time with me. I really enjoy having you folks around, hanging out with me. Uh, it's kind of hard for me to break these social bonds because I've spent my whole life avoiding social situations. You know, ever since the 1990s, I've always been more of a social outcast of society. I haven't really fit in quite that well. You know, we were all outcast. You know, me and Eggstaff, Danny, and me, and everyone. Oh, cool. I haven't been up to Chicago yet. Um, I haven't really. I haven't left Texas since like 2014. Uh, Closest I've been is I've went to Lubbock, but that was just to visit my uncle and my aunt for their birthday, and my uncle had some parts that he was donating to me from a Ford Model T, and now I have three of those damn things. Excuse me. Next year I think one of them is going to run. It's been a long time coming. I've been working on those since I was this is like in my 20s. I worked on the Model T that I have in all the videos. I built it from frame and body. I've literally all my hands are covered in scars and things. I've almost crushed my fingers to the point of having surgery. I dropped a rear axle on my hand. It squeezed between the axle and the gearbox. It was painful as shit. I had like a hump on my hand. And also, recently I had an engine fall on my hand again. This poor freaking hand. It's the same hand that keeps on losing fingernails. I'm about to lose another fingernail, you know? It's gonna be bad. But would I do it again? You bet your ass I would. Because it's a passion, you know. You don't question your passions. Um, Ones I'm working on now. Let me see. I'm trying to make a trailer out of a '49 Chevy. I own a. I'm building a 19. Let me see. What is it again? 1947 Chevy. I rebuilt a 1983 Crown Victoria. I rebuilt the power steering, and now it's all good. Power steering's not that bad to fix. It's just they sell the kit, and once you figure it out, it's just memory after that. And the other Model Ts that I own that I've been working on are a 26, which I built from a bare frame chassis, um, Clementine, which is a 1922, and Calamity, which is a 1923 Torn. But the T's are in different stages of restoration. One has a better body, one has better wiring, you know. I like hop in between it because of the situations I'm put in, you know. Things that are out of my control, such as, you know, my living arrangements, or like, let's say it's at someone's house and I don't get along with them, so I have to move it to a new place. It gets sticked on a back burner, and, you know, I still get it done. It just gets pushed to the side, but it gets done. And anytime I also find a vehicle that I can get parts off and, you know, decorate the house with, you know, all the deco lines, you know, I like that stuff, the old school shit, you know, the really old school stuff, like the chrome stainless, you know, the Bel Air frames and things like that. Yeah. But folks, we're pretty soon we're gonna be ending, but not right now. You still got about 4 minutes. And then it would be a whole hour chat, and I'm so glad you folks joined me here today. Because every single person on my YouTube channel is important to me. Even the trolls out there, you're important to me, even though you don't think it, you know. I think to myself, you know, I don't get mad at them, really. I just think to myself, what happened to make that person that way? It must have been something really traumatic, or maybe they're just lonesome, you know. I think to myself like that. I think about it like a person, you know. Everyone deserves some form of compassion, you know. Maybe they just never got the attention they wanted. Maybe they came from a broken home. So, you know, I always think about that, you know. But anywho, I will do some more animal videos hopefully soon, and well, there will be a lot of cool stuff ahead. You know, I'm only 37. You know, I started this. I should have started it when I was younger, because the more people identify with me, you know, because of me being in their age range. Uh, I will in three, 2 minutes. Yeah, I gotta at least push it for an hour. I I can't stop with the vehicles. Well, eventually I will, because how the hell am I gonna store them all? You know, there's 6 cars that need my saving, and then number 7 is gonna be turned into a hay hauler, so my mom can use that to help feed the animals, because we don't have a trailer. She sticks everything in her Toyota Corolla, and I want to be able to give her something that's able to help the animals, you know. Because some of those animals are actually ones that are rescue animals that we save from, like, ranches. And when we find them, they're all covered in burrs, and, you know, thorns are in their hooves. We take care of all that, and, you know, we trim their hooves, and we give them their medicine and shots, you know. It's all about making sure animals live their fullest extent, you know, in a healthy life. And I want to make sure that, you know, I'm able to provide for them, you know. That's why I got the trailer. I'm going to build one, and I'm going to try and figure out how the hell to do it. It's going to be my first time screwing around with a welder, so I have to get the thing, the eyes, so I don't burn my retinas, and gloves, because I don't want to get burns again, you know. That's why I got that. Look at that burn right next to it. I know my tattoos are shit. I think it's because Egg Staff gave me a couple of those tattoos. Egg Staff gave me tattoos, And then some of my other friends gave me tattoos. But Eggstaff was actually good at tattoos. It was Anthony that was bad at tattoos. He was terrible at tattoos. But, he was my friend, so I kept it, There's more a sentimental value behind it. Well, folks, it's been 1 hour. I enjoyed chatting with you folks, but I gotta rest this throat or else I'm gonna get laryngitis again. Oh, there's someone here. Maybe I'll stick around for a little while. Yeah, we were cast. Hey, Morticia, how you been? Hey, buddy. Yeah, I've been here for quite a while. 2.5 years. 2.5 solid years. Yeah, the whole video I talk about a lot of things, so it's very diverse. I try to keep people uh, entertained. I want people entertained, but I don't want to be a complete damn douchebag. You know, because that's just overrun here on YouTube. There's a lot of douches, but you do meet some really good people on here too, and that's some good stuff right there. The people you meet, like, well, Eggstaff was on here for a while. I think he forgot his password.